Meanwhile, Sonjin stood in his room, adjusting his tie as he got ready to leave for the office. He cast a glance at Minsu, who was still curled up in bed, and asked if she had slept well. Minsu simply nodded, her expression giving away the fact that she was still a little upset about the previous night. Seeing this, Sonjin, wanting to ease her mind, reminded her that he knew their date had been interrupted and promised that he would make it up to her soon. Minsu, now sitting up and swinging her legs off the bed, reassured him that it was fine, that despite the interruption, the evening had still been worth it. She rose to her feet and was about to head out to check on the baby when Sonjin reached for her hand, stopping her in her tracks. He pulled her closer to him, his eyes locked firmly on hers, his expression turning serious as he confessed that he was sorry for not telling her he had left his cell phone behind at the celebration. He explained that he wanted to be honest with her, not wanting any secrets or misunderstandings to come between them. Still holding her tightly, he admitted that it was true. Erin had once been his girlfriend. They had dated as teenagers, but he had broken things off after his brother passed away, a time when he had been too overwhelmed with grief to hold on to someone else's heart. He had let Erin go because he couldn't bear to string her along while he was drowning in his own sorrow. Minsu listened quietly, then told him that it was all right, that he didn't owe her any explanations about the past. She gently reminded him that she needed to check on the baby, but as she tried to step away, Sonjin tightened his hold, pulling her even closer until escaping his grasp was impossible. His eyes never left hers as he confessed that he knew she wasn't really okay, and that seeing her like this unsettled him. He explained that he was telling her all of this because Erin was known to stir up trouble. Causing mischief was in her nature. He promised that he would draw a clear boundary with her, making it unmistakably clear that he had moved on and would not tolerate any childish games. If it meant avoiding Erin altogether, he would do exactly that. Hearing this, Minsu finally felt the tightness in her chest ease, a genuine smile tugging at her lips. She felt reassured, convinced that nothing and no one could wedge itself between them. Sonjin, noticing her softened expression, couldn't help but tease her gently, telling her she looked adorable when she was jealous. Minsu, rolling her eyes, pointed out that Erin was undeniably stunning, and that if she were a man, she would probably be swayed too. But Sonjin only shook his head, reminding her that to him, she was the most beautiful woman in the world, incomparable to anyone else. He made it clear that she shouldn't even entertain the thought of them parting ways, because only death would ever separate them. He drew her even closer, pressing a deep kiss to her lips that lingered with unspoken promises. When he pulled back, he told her he would make sure to come home early. Minsu nodded, her smile lingering as he leaned in again for another kiss. But before their lips could meet, the sharp cry of their baby echoed through the house. They both froze, then shared a knowing smile before Minsu slipped from his grasp and hurried out of the room to tend to their child, leaving Sonjin standing there with a softened heart and the faint trace of her warmth still on his lips.